From translation, Net New English Translation. This 8th day of the year. Today we are reading passages Genesis 25 to 26. Genesis chapter 25, verses 1 to 34. Abraham married another wife, whose name was Keturah. She bore him Zimran, Jokshan, Medan, Midian, Ishbak, and Shua. Jokshan became the father of Sheba and Dedan. The descendants of Dedan were Asurim, Letushim, and Lumim. The sons of Midian were Ephah, Hanok, Abida, and Eldar. All these were descendants of Keturah. Abraham left everything he owned to Isaac. But to the sons of his concubines, Abraham gave gifts, and while he was still alive, he sent them away from his son Isaac, eastward to the east country. This is the length of Abraham's life, 175 years. Abraham breathed his last and died at a good old age, old and full of years, and he was gathered to his people. His sons Isaac and Ishmael buried him in the cave of Machpelah, near Mamre, in the field of Ephron the Hittite, the field that Abraham purchased from the Hittites. There Abraham was buried with his wife Sarah. After Abraham's death, God blessed his son Isaac. Isaac lived by Beer-lahai-roi. This is the account of Abraham's son Ishmael, whom Hagar the Egyptian, Sarah's servant, bore to Abraham. These are the names of Ishmael's sons, by their names according to their genealogical records. Nebaioth, the firstborn of Ishmael, Kedar, Adbeel, Mibsam, Mishma, Duma, Massa, Hadad, Tema, Jetah, Naphish, and Kedemah. These were the sons of Ishmael. These are the names of Ishmael's sons, according to their settlements and their camps, 12 tribal leaders. This is the length of Ishmael's life, 137 years. He breathed his last and died, and was gathered to his people. They settled from Havilah to Shur, which is opposite Egypt in the direction of Assyria. He settled near all his relatives. This is the account of Abraham's son Isaac. Abraham became the father of Isaac. Isaac was 40 years old when he married Rebekah, the daughter of Bethuel the Aramean from Paddan Aram, and the sister of Laban the Aramean. Isaac prayed to the Lord on behalf of his wife because she was barren. The Lord answered his prayer, and his wife Rebekah became pregnant. But the children struggled together within her, and she said, "If it is going to be like this, why go on living?" So she went to ask the Lord. The Lord said to her, "Two nations are in your womb, and two peoples will be separated from within you. One people will be stronger than the other, and the older will serve the younger." When her time came to give birth, there were indeed twins in her womb. The first came out red all over, like a hairy garment, so they named him Esau. After this, his brother came out, holding on to Esau's heel, so he was named Jacob. Isaac was 60 years old when they were born. When the boys grew up, Esau became a skilled hunter, a man of the open country, but Jacob was a quiet man who stayed at home. Isaac loved Esau because he had a taste for wild game, but Rebekah loved Jacob. Once when Jacob was cooking stew, Esau came in from the open country, exhausted. So Esau said to Jacob, "Feed me some of that red stuff there, because I am exhausted." That is why he was also called Edom. Jacob replied, "First sell me your birthright." Esau said, "Look, I am about to die. What use is the birthright to me?" But Jacob said, "Swear to me first." So he swore an oath to him and sold his birthright to Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and lentil stew. He ate and drank, then got up and went away. So Esau despised his birthright. Genesis chapter 26, verses 1 to 35. There was a famine in the land, distinct from the previous famine that had occurred in the time of Abraham. So Isaac went to Abimelech, king of the Philistines at Gerar. The Lord appeared to Isaac and said, "Do not go down to Egypt. Settle in the land that I will point out to you. Stay in this land. I will be with you and I will bless you, for I will give all these lands to you and to your descendants. I will fulfill the oath I swore to your father Abraham. I will make your descendants as numerous as the stars of the sky, and will give them all these lands. Through your descendants all the nations of the earth will be blessed, because Abraham listened to and obeyed my voice and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my laws." So Isaac settled in Gerar. When the men of that place asked about his wife, he said, "She is my sister," for he was afraid to say, "My wife," thinking, "The men of this place might kill me on account of Rebekah, because she is very beautiful." When Isaac had been there a long time, Abimelech, king of the Philistines, happened to look out a window and saw Isaac caressing his wife Rebekah. Abimelech summoned Isaac and said, "She is clearly your wife. Why did you say she is my sister?" Isaac replied to him, "Because I thought I might die on account of her." Abimelech said, "What is this you have done to us? One of the people might easily have lain with your wife, and you would have brought guilt upon us." So Abimelech gave orders to all the people, "Whoever touches this man or his wife will surely be put to death." Isaac planted crops in that land and reaped 100 times what he had sown, because the Lord blessed him. The man became wealthy. His wealth continued to grow until he became very wealthy. He had so many flocks and herds and servants that the Philistines became jealous of him. Now all the wells his father's servants had dug in the time of his father Abraham, The Philistines stopped up and filled with dirt. Then Abimelech said to Isaac, "Go away from us, for you have become too powerful for us." So Isaac departed from there and camped in the valley of Gerar and settled there. Isaac reopened the wells that had been dug in the time of his father Abraham, for the Philistines had stopped them up after Abraham's death. Isaac gave them the same names his father had given them. When Isaac's servants dug in the valley and found there a well of fresh water, the herdsmen of Gerar quarreled with the herdsmen of Isaac, saying, "The water is ours." So he named the well Esek, because they contended with him. Then they dug another well, but they quarreled over that one too, so he named it Sitnah. He moved on and dug another well, but they did not quarrel over it. So he named it Rehoboth, saying, "Now the Lord has made room for us, and we will be fruitful in the land." From there he went up to Beersheba. That night the Lord appeared to him and said, "I am the God of your father Abraham. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. I will bless you and multiply your descendants for the sake of my servant Abraham." So Isaac built an altar there and called on the name of the Lord. He pitched his tent there, and his servants dug a well. Now Abimelech had come to him from Gerar, with Ahazath his adviser, and Phicol the commander of his army. Isaac said to them, "Why have you come to me, since you hate me and have sent me away from you?" They replied, "We saw clearly that the Lord was with you, so we said, 'Let there be a sworn agreement between us and you, and let us make a covenant with you.' You are now blessed by the Lord." So Isaac prepared a feast for them, and they ate and drank. Early in the morning the men made a sworn agreement with him. Then Isaac sent them on their way, and they departed from him in peace. That day Isaac's servants came, and told him about the well they had dug. They said to him, "We have found water." He named it Shibah. That is why the city is called Beersheba to this day. When Esau was 40 years old, he married Judith the daughter of Beeri the Hittite, and Basemath the daughter of Elon the Hittite. They brought grief to Isaac and Rebekah,